What's happening? It's John from Wrecked. It's Saturday, February 18th. A little bit, couple hours. We're going to be playing at Mr. Beery's in Bethpage, 9 o'clock. So whoever's watching, please come check us out. It'd be nice to see some familiar faces. Instead of the 1,000-yard stares that usually happen. Yeah, 9 o'clock. We're going to be doing a couple new tunes that we have been working on. So there's that. Those will probably be on the upcoming release that we have yet to get into the studio and hammer it down, but shortly, soon. Anyways, today was a not lazy day, but a productive for me. I got up, went to get my beard trimmed so I don't no longer look like a Penn Station skell. Shout out to Noble Savage Barbershop out in Bayshore. I don't know why I drive all the way out to Bayshore. I can't find anybody local that does a good job. This dude out in Bayshore, I've been going on for a couple of years now, and he does it the way I need it, the way I want it. It's great. Also went to the gym, got a workout in. I get workouts in days of the shows, get me, a little conditioned better, a little more flexible, a little loose. And again, with music, listen to stuff that usually gets me in the mood, so I was listening to some Rancid, some Misfits, Dropkick Murphys, that kind of stuff. But I do have 5 new ones. Again, I've been true to my word about not buying willy-nilly, impulse buys, stuff that I have a list that I usually keep, and I check on the various sites from time to time to see if there's stuff that goes for a good price, and I did find some good stuff. So, I'll do the first one. This is a great record. This is The Transplants, self-titled from 2002 on Hellcat Records. Transplants is a supergroup, if you want to call it that. Tim Armstrong from Rancid. You have a Rancid roadie, skinhead Rob Aston, very good, and Travis Kardashian, Travis Barker from Blink-182. Again, this album came out in 2002. I remember I got it when it came out. It was a side project of Tim Armstrong, where he worked with like a drum machine and did some beats and did some raps. Him and Skinhead Rob over these beats, and caught on, and they said, "Hey, well, let's make it a record and a tour." And they got Travis Barker, and the rest is history. Every song on this is good. I can't recommend it enough. They had a big hit on with Diamonds and Guns. I think it was in like a Garnier Fructis shampoo commercial. Must have made them a lot of money. But yeah, every song is 12 songs. Every song's good. On this one, I strongly recommend The Transplants. Next, here's a record that I loved when it came out. Still love it now. Came out in 1993. This is the Julian Hatfield 3, Become What You Are. Again, 1993 on Mammoth Records. This is a repress, obviously, on opaque pink red vinyl. Juliana Hatfield 3 is Juliana Hatfield, Dean Fisher, and Todd Phillips on the drums. Indie pop, post-grunge, I don't know what you want to call it. Juliana Hatfield is a hell of a songwriter. She's a hell of a guitar player, and she's got a great voice. She played on a couple, I think the Lemonheads, It's a Shame About Ray album. I think she played bass on that album. And then she had some solo records. And she continues to put out albums. She put out an album last year called Blood, which was very good. I think she even did some acting. I kind of remember her being in My So-Called Life for some reason. I remember watching and saying, "Oh, that's Juliana Hatfield," Had a big poster of her on my wall as a kid, at 93 and 94. I remember one of my girlfriends getting, "Yeah, why you have a picture of her on the wall?" It's because Juliana Hatfield, you don't get it. And again, I thought this girl, and I still do, I think she's phenomenal, visionary, one of a kind, that's for sure. She has not got the notoriety that I feel she deserves, but again, what it is. I just hope she makes a living doing music, But yeah, check this out if you want, very 90s sounding indie pop, post grunge, that kind of stuff. Very good. All right. Third one, I finally got this. This I picked up after, I think it's a repress because the originals were going for a shit ton of money. This is Cathedral, The Ethereal Mirror. This is a project with Lee Dorian from Napalm Death, his band after Napalm Death. Maybe, I don't know about right after Napalm Death, but whatever. Either way, Lee Dorian. this is like doom groove metal. This is what like started the like Entombed doing that death and roll style, in my opinion. They were just a doomy band. I mean, you're doing like real 70s guitar tones, 70s like production styles, and just dry and, you know, brutal. And it's great. He has a good voice too. I mean, and you wouldn't know it in Napalm Death, but you know, he had a great voice. And it fits this music. I mean, this, they had a bunch of albums, but this is my favorite one. Again, 1993 on Earache Records. This is the repress from 2018. So I didn't spend a lot of money on this. My favorites on this would be Violent Vortex, which is an instrumental. Midnight Mountain, Jaded Entity was good. Ashes You Leave, Phantasmagoria. Well, they're all good actually. But I mean, look at the album cover. You know, and here's the back. I mean, they put a lot of you know, work into this. You know, and I really enjoy this record. If you're into like real doom groove metal, check out Cathedral. I think they have a bunch of records, but they started like that doom thing, the doom revival of the '90s, in my opinion. If it, in my opinion, if it wasn't for them, I don't think Entombed would have done what they did. Again, just my opinion. All right, here's one that I'm over the moon on. This one. This is one of my favorite bands since 1989. This is Obituary's latest, called "Dying of Everything" on Relapse Records. Obituary is a band that I've been listening to since their first record in, I think it was '89, with "Slowly We Rot," "Cause of Death." I mean, they started coming out ones after another, and great records. Me and my buddies, I played in a death metal band back then, and it's all we listened to was Obituary. Not only listen to other stuff, but I mean, we loved Obituary. I still do. And they did something with this, which I don't understand how they did it. They somehow sound fresh without sounding current, if that makes any sense. It's not like they're doing ripping off any current death metal or those types of bands, screamo, whatever it is. They're doing it's the Obituary sound, but it's a fresh sound now, and the songwriting is great. They got another guy in the band, another guitar player, lead guitar player, but it's the same core three guys. You have Trevor Peris on the guitar, Donald Tardy on the drums, and John Tardy on the vocals. James Murphy, he played from Death. He played with a lot of people, but James Murphy played with them. Alan West was a good player for them, and I think he got into trouble with the law, and he's gone. Either way, Obituary, check him out. This was actually produced by a guy here on Long Island. Funny story was, I put this on Facebook saying how happy I was with this album and how I was listening to it, and one of my old boss Johnny, he says, oh, he commented, "Hey, you like that record?" And I said, "I love this record." And he's like, "Yeah, my boy produced it." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "They're a Tampa, Florida band. How did he produce it?" But then I looked, and sure enough, Joe Sincata from Full Force Studios. I think they're out in Selden. And my old boss Johnny knows the guy, and he's right. And what a job! I mean, I don't know Joe Sincata, but my hat's off to you, sir. You did a great job on this record. It sounds crushing. I love it, man. Again, every song is good. Don't need to even talk about it. I mean, Obituary is one of those bands that I would put. They talked about, you talk about the big four of thrash metal: Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth. Of death metal, the big four for me would be Obituary, Morbid Angel, Death, and probably Deicide. Cannibal Corpse is up there too, but I don't think they would. They came at close to what those other four bands did. But Obituary is one of my favorites, always will be. All right, and the last one. This is, I found out about this band. I was watching a video of one of the guys from Dark Throne, and he was doing like sort of like a what he likes to listen to and all this other stuff. And he mentioned this band, and I never heard of him, so I looked on eBay, and the guy was selling one for $10. This is a band called World Burns to Death. Totalitarian Sodomy on Hardcore Holocaust Records. I don't know when this came out, but this band isn't even around anymore. But this is like grindcore, crust punk. If you like Napalm Death, you'll like this. When did this come out? 2006 this came out. Again, if you like that kind of stuff, fast, dirty, nasty guitar playing, drums, you'll love it. Honestly, I don't know any of these people in the band, in any of the players. I'll tell you who they are. Crematorium Dog is the singer. Zach 2 is the guitar player. Craig Merritt on bass. John Guaranot on the drums. I don't know where these guys are from. I think they're from here in America. They recorded this in Oakland, California. But man, this crushes. It's like like old Carcass, like old Napalm Death, and that's why I like it. They have a few records, and I have my eyes on a couple of the others. I think I have 2 other records, but man, this was good. What an album! I mean, it's fast, it's nasty, and before you know it, it's over with. Yeah, I mean, again, I try to listen to different stuff here and there. I try to keep my ears open for stuff. And when I was watching this YouTube interview with the guy from Darkthrone, and he was saying how this band's great. He was right. Holy shit. But yeah, that's about it. Those are the 5 new records I have. I hope to see some friendly faces, like I said, at Mr. Beery's tonight at 9. Come check us out. We have a couple new songs, like I said, like to flesh out. As far as the vinyl goes, I'm putting my collection on. There's this app called Discogs, this website, where you can upload all your collection and you see what it's worth and stuff like that. So I started doing that. I got about 100 of them up on there, and it's looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to sell any. I don't like selling vinyl online. I don't like selling anything online, to be honest. A couple of years ago, I sold a Misfits album, Legacy Brutality. I had 2 of them. And at the time, it was going for like 60 bucks or whatever. I put it on eBay, and the winning bid was like 45. And, guy won the bid. I accepted his offer, and I shipped it to him. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not a businessman. I'm not a salesman. I'm a record collector. I'm a music listener. I'm a musician. By default. I'm not getting involved with grading records. If they're very good, mint, this and that. I took 20 pictures of this record, showed the guy exactly what the problems were, and there were no problems. The record was fine. The cover was bent up a bit. Who gives a shit? But this guy just busted my balls, busted my fucking balls relentlessly. A refund of this or that. I'm like, dude, what would make you happy, man? He wanted a full refund. I said, listen, bro, I'll give you $20 off. So I credited him $20, and he seemed to be happy with that. But man, what a pain in the balls, really. But either way, that's my record selling story. I might sell some more. Maybe I'll try it again. I don't know, but we'll see. But please come out tonight, support Wrecked. 9 o'clock we go on. We're going on before a band called Drunken Frankenstein, which I've played with. I know I've played with them. I can't remember when, but I know I've played with them before. And Wild Bill Sherman, one-man show. He's worth the price of admission alone. Very good guy, very talented musician. Check him out. He played with the Lynch Pigs, that band out east, out in Rocky Point that I played for a year or 2. So we have some commonality there. So maybe that's why I like him. But no, he's very good. Check him out. Again, original music is still alive on Long Island. So please come out and support us. Thank you.